Hello everybody, happy Sunday. This is Simon with Alistair Capital. I hope you had a great week and you got some rest and enjoy your weekend. We had an amazing week and I'm going to go over trades that we discuss. This week actually all of our trades worked. So we'll start from a few things. Besides gold, nothing happened in gold. It didn't reach our entry level, so we didn't do anything with gold. But let's take a look at pound. Okay, British pound. What we said last week, and I said I'm afraid to be sure, but I was absolutely sure that we're going high from these levels. And take a look what happened. Okay, this the whole week on weekly chart you can see it nicely. Take a look. Since we broke the level of high of last week, which was 28.13, we went high. We closed at the highs pretty much. The high was 30.29. The close was 30.28. Beautiful trade. Okay, it was a great trade, and we're actually looking this week for continuation of this move possibly, but again it's a tricky week. We'll talk about it a little bit more in a moment. Another one is dollar yen. We said the same thing. If we break the formation of a bullish flag, so to speak, we can go high. And take a look what happened nicely. We went as high as 112.91, about 9 pips shy of 113, and that was what we planned. A beautiful trade. Another one. S&Ps and DAX worked perfectly fine. Take a look what happened here. This was the Friday, the 26th. Monday we went higher, then we sold out, then we recovered next day, and this was where we took the profits out when we reached the level of a previous support. Beautiful trade as well as the German DAX. Similar idea. Take a look how beautiful it is. We closed the Friday before the close. Nice trade. So we had pound, dollar yen. Just to give an idea, let's take a look what we got as far as the pips. So the open was 27.32. And it closed almost 300 pips here. Okay, less because we entered a little bit later. Okay, and on dollar yen the open's 12.16, the high was 12.59. Okay, if you open the beginning of the week, it's a little bit of profit. If you bought in the pullback, it's a little bit more. And the S&Ps and Dow Jones. Okay, this week, well, let's talk about this week, what's actually expected this week. As far as events, we have a very serious week. Okay, we have, let's just go one by one. Monday, we have the manufacturing PMI numbers from the US. Tuesday, we have Australian Bank. They actually they have a rate statement and interest rate decision. It's very interesting. The Australian dollar has been very, very strong. We have inflation report from UK, so pound is in focus. We have on Thursday we have a monetary policy meeting on European Central Bank. Okay, and we have GDP estimates from Great Britain, from the UK. And Friday is the culmination of the week, which is the day of the month. As we know, it's a non-farm payroll. Okay, we're expecting non-farm payrolls to be added 183,000 jobs. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're expecting unemployment rate to stay the same as last month, about 4.3%. Let's see what happens. So let's see a few markets that will be affected this week. As we said, pound. Okay, let's see the pound again. What happens? We closed on the high. We reached this level that we discussed about 130.46. That was the previous high that wasn't broken. So I want to see that thing broken, and maybe we'll continue going here. Because, I mean, one could see this as the head and shoulder. Let's see on the monthly chart. You see, monthly chart looks amazing after this initial move up. We're building up a little bit of support here, and then if we break, we can actually move nicely in the upside. Of course, we'll be watching this level here to be broken. It's very, very important. Okay. As you know, we spoke about politically speaking last week. The current situation there, as far as government, is getting a little bit of support. So that added a little bit of certainty to the pound. But we still have Brexit in place, so we don't know. We'll be watching the chart. We'll be watching the market, what's happening. Let's see dollar yen. Similar idea here. We came to these levels here. We could continue going higher. As you can see, it's very interesting. Dollar was very weak last week against other currencies, but it was strong against yen. So yen is being weak here. We'll be following it this week. If we break these levels over here, we want to see the next level of resistance is about a 114.36 and so on. So we'll be watching this pair very, very closely. Okay, another thing, definitely we'll be watching the S&Ps. Okay, let's see the weekly chart. We're building this level here, and it's been again showing. See the daily chart is being showing. The ranges are increasing here, as you can see. So that shows that it's a lot of pressure on both sides. So we'll be watching this week. Probably nothing major will happen before the NFPs, but still we'll have definitely strong moves here. So the low of this level right here, it's about 113, and we went as slow, the spike right here on Thursday went as slow as 24.01. So we'll definitely revisit that level right here around 2400. Okay, so we'll be watching S&Ps this week. German DAX, I love this market. It's very volatile. Take a look. We came to the level of this resistance. There was supposed to be support here. What could happen here? We could go a little bit lower, at least cover this gap, because as I know from my experience in the market for many years, the gaps are there to be covered. So before we do anything else on the upside, which I don't see any reasons or many reasons for, sorry, I'll correct myself. So I want to see this gap cover. So I could probably be selling it more to the around 12,160 area, and the low over here was a little bit below 1200. So 1200 is a key point. We'll be watching that. Okay, gold, very interesting. Like I said, the dollar was weak against Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, against euro and pound. It was strong against Japanese yen, and it was also strong as gold. Take a look this week. Gold actually, what we said the week before, we've been hoping that it's going to bounce a little bit and give us another entry here, but it didn't. So if you look at the weekly chart, we're pretty much at the low of the previous week with 1240. The low was here 1235. We closed at 1241. So nothing major happened this week. Okay, you can draw probably those you like drawing. I'm not a big fan of it, but because you can make up anything you want when you draw. But anyway, take a look over here. We're trying to break lower from these levels. We keep on making a lower highs, but so far we haven't made lower lows. So it's kind of an interesting area here. Definitely on NFPs we'll have moves one or direction or other. We'll take a look at that. Now, based on this week events, I'll be watching the Australian dollar. Okay, Australian dollar has been very strong. Okay, take a look at the weekly chart. Let's take a look. We broke the previous 2 weeks resistance, and we approaching this level over here. And let's see what the news with interest rate decision. Should they do anything with interest rates? Going to take it up or down? They've been taking it up, maybe predicting some changes or no changes. I would be really surprised or excited actually if they lower the rate and Australian dollar is going to make a sharp move down. I'll be watching it towards the day of the decision. So again, pound, dollar, yen, S&Ps, Dow Jones, gold we'll be watching this week, Australian dollar. Let's take a look at euro. Euro's been very strong. Take a look at the weekly. We just broke through this level here, and the whole week we've been going high. The low of the week was 1171, and the high of 1444. It's about 270 pips roughly. Okay, it's a nice move up. We should be facing a little bit of resistance. These levels take a look. 1, 2, 3. There were 3 attempts to break it, and we're approaching another one here. Let's take a look what happened. The NFPs again are there, and I think I missed one more event, which is very important. Let me take a look at the calendar really quick. We said a manufacturing PMI. Okay, 1 second. Okay, that's what it is. Wednesday night we have FOMC minutes. Okay, so that night's going to be very interesting as well. This is the pre-NFP report that we'll be watching, and we'll have moves there. So again, I hope this week is going to be as profitable as the week before. I wish everybody a successful week. Get some energy. Make sure you have enough money for the action. Again, I always be saying, don't over leverage. Make sure that, I read recently somebody posted on LinkedIn, I think it was very interesting. It says that if you're looking at your positions and you pray and you hope, that means you're over leverage. And it's true. So you don't want to be caught there. You want to have plenty of money on the account in case you need to add your position or you have another opportunity, instead of being stuck in the position and your leverage is killing your margin and you can't trade. So all the best. We'll be talking in a week. Take care.